This is Portage County's TV2 News at 5:30.
The Zips.
Here we go.
Best effort.
Brewer across with 5 seconds. He creeps up with 2. To the line, lays it up. It is a winner!
Well, that was last year's win against Akron, and tonight is this year's rivalry game. Good evening, I'm Vivian Feeke.
And I'm Ian Klein. That's right, 100 years to the day, Kent State and Akron met for the first time ever, and in just under 30 minutes, that rivalry continues on the hardwood.
Sports anchor Tyler Carey joins us live from the Mack Center. Tyler?
Thank you so much, guys. I'll tell you what, you just set foot here in the Mack Center, and you know how big a game this is. You can feel the energy throughout the building, whether it's the band warming up, the fans in their gold Beat Akron t-shirts. I just saw Coach Dambrot sitting on the bench right there. ESPNU is covering this game. It's sure to be a spectacle, and I'll tell you what, it's an honor to be able to cover it. Now, as for the game itself, Kent State comes in struggling a little bit. They are a 4-point underdog, and Rob Senderoff is just 3-8 in his career against the Zips. So if these fans want the Flashes to pull off the upset tonight, this expected capacity crowd is going to have to get into the Zips' heads and rattle them a little bit, just like they did last year when Corey Brewer made that buzzer beater. Either way, whoever wins or loses, this is going to be an exciting showdown tonight. I'm going to hurry back to the studio because, frankly, I have more sports to cover. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
All right, thank you so much, Tyler. Now, we asked our social media followers today if they're planning to go to the game, and almost 60% actually said no. But there are some fans from both Akron and Kent who are talking about the big game tonight. Our reporter, Lauren Stebleton, joins us now with more. Lauren?
Thanks, Vivian. Well, Kent and Akron's battle in the Wagon Wheel Challenge starts tonight. I traveled into enemy territory today to ask University of Akron students about all the hype. Almost everyone you meet on the streets of Kent State or U of A will agree.
The rivalry it's pretty heated in the MAC.
This age-old rivalry started all the way back in 1870 when the founder of the University of Akron got his wagon wheel stuck in the mud. Years later, it was dug up on the grounds of Kent State University. Since 1945, the wheel has been awarded to the winner of each rival game. At the moment, these are the current standings of the teams in the Mid-American Conference. Currently, Akron in the conference is 10-3, while in all games 21-5, while Kent State in the conference 8-5, in all games 17-9. The two teams have never been elite in the same sport at the same time until now in basketball. Here at Akron's James A. Rhodes Arena, the Flashes lost last year. But here at the Mack Center in Kent, the Zips will travel for their 100th anniversary game to the date between the two rival schools. Akron students shared with me how they feel about who will own the hardwood tonight.
I am going to the game tonight because I support the Zips and I'm a fan of the basketball team.
Go Akron. Kent State kind of blows. I like the Squirrels. You got that going for you.
I like Kent, but you know, Akron's where my heart is. I gotta stand by my team. So I definitely say that, you know, I think Akron will prevail.
Well, whether you're going to the game or not, it could be anyone's game. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Lauren. And we're now joined by MAC analyst Rex Smith here to break down this big game. Anybody's game, so people say.
It is.
Yes.
And it's a rivalry game, Rex. This is a big one.
This is a big one, and this game, it's a huge game, and in any big game, it all starts with coaching. In back-to-back years, Coach Senderoff has seen his team start fast and then fall off after a main rotation player was lost to injury. Sendy needs to get his guys playing faster, not out of control, but push the tempo more and try and score easier baskets. That all starts with point guard Kellen Thomas. Let's take a look at a few plays here. This first one, Kellen Thomas, he's going to walk the ball up the court. Not much action here, not a lot of guys moving. It's slow pace. Look at this. Now they're going to turn the ball over, and they're going to get dunked on at the other end. Turnovers, not going to work. They need to push the pace a little bit. So now let's take a look at another play here. Kellen Thomas, off this miss, he'll get the ball. Now he's not out of control here, but he's going to push the ball a little. He's going to run a little bit. He's going to drop it down to Dion Edwin in the corner, and he has an open three, splash. So, big game. They need to push the tempo a little more and just get some easier baskets. They don't want to get out of control, but they really do need to move the ball down the floor, and they definitely cannot turn it over.
Now, you talked about tempo. They're averaging 77 points a game, the Zips, and are favored by 4 points. But Kent being dominant at home, they've only lost 2 games this season. What are your thoughts?
I see Kent pulling this one off tonight. They're going to be at home. It's going to be a big game. I think forward Jimmy Hall is going to have a huge game.
All right.
And speaking of the game, make sure you follow us on Twitter at TV2KSU Sports. We will have live updates throughout the game.
All right, thank you so much, Rex.
Thank you.
Now, if you are heading to the game tonight, let's check in with Anna Huntsman for that game day forecast.
Now, thank you, Vivian. We have had a very warm day today. I don't know what this graphic is saying. We've actually seen about 52 degrees today. It has been sunny all day, and those temperatures have been warming up significantly, but it's actually going to cool down little by little tonight for the game. Now, what you're going to really have to look for is, even though the temperatures at the game are going to be about 48 degrees when you're coming out, it is going to be very, very windy. So be sure to still have a nice winter hat, maybe a nice warm coat. Let's hope the Golden Flashes can put the win in windy tonight. Ian?
Thank you, Anna. Well, Kent residents received new recycling bins today, and our Kristen Antoini found out just why. Kristen?
Thanks, Ian. I went around Kent today and talked to residents about their opinions on Portage County's new single-stream recycling program.
You may have noticed new bright blue bins in front of your home. The 95-gallon carts are a part of Portage County's new single-stream recycling program that will begin next week.
With single-stream recycling, residents no longer have to worry about separating their recyclables. Things like aluminum and paper can now all go into one can.
Portage County Solid Waste Management District introduced 5 new trucks on Wednesday that are a part of a $3.1 million system that will change the way solid waste management operates. Many residents are excited about the new single-stream recycling, but some were a little confused by it.
I like this new single-stream recycling because before we got these cans, I wouldn't even think about recycling, and now that we have them, we can just throw everything in one thing.
Well, I personally didn't know about the recycling bins. I come from a house where there's about 7 to 8 people, and we build a lot of trash up, so it'll be really cool to just be able to recycle and not have to mix it all in the same bin, basically.
The trucks will be making their debut in Kent on Monday.
I contacted Portage County Solid Waste Management District for an interview, but they're just too busy today. Vivian?
Thanks, Kristen. Ravenna City Council is advancing legislation that will eventually make council members ineligible for health insurance. Council President Joseph Bika says it would save Ravenna roughly $144 based on current figures. Officials say it is unusual for council members to be insured under the city plan. And the Ohio Bureau of Motor Vehicles has reopened for business in Stowe. The BMV announced the sudden closure after Deputy Registrar Alfred A. Mason resigned. Mason was indicted in secret in November and pled not guilty to a 5th-degree felony charge in January. The BMV will hold its grand opening Monday. And art students at Kent State will have the chance to work on a digital project with the creator of the 70s band Devo. Senior fine arts majors Katie Metcalf and Casey Engelhart will be collaborating with Mark Mothersbaugh to work on the project. The final project will produce 100 prints in 5 solid colors and will positively impact the art program at Kent.